This is the Dzogchen Sunday Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For multiple decades, I spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that you would not have to. It is Luke Skywalker Friday evening. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. Welcome to Green Heroine's Easy Tantra. All the techniques that we play with can fit into 4 categories. Emptiness creation stage, kindness creation stage, that's at the beginning and end. In the middle we have clarity's great completion stage, as well as bliss's completion stage. Let us begin by passively contemplating emptiness, or in other words, bringing the 4 bases of mindfulness into the path of emptiness. We begin with the circumstantial. As we relax into our exhalation, all these stressful circumstances, or lots, we saw during our previous inhalation, could feel as non-graspable, empty, or void as an archetype's real or imagined paradise, Pure Land, or Vati, comprised only of light. And if you want to, oopsie, wow, wrong button. Let's try that again. Wow, what's going on here? Coordination, don't fail me now. It can also be fun to chant this for my friends who have joined me on the Tube app. Okay. As we relax into our exhalation, all the stressful circumstances or lots we saw during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable, empty, or void as an archetype's real or imagined paradise, Pure Land, or Vati, comprised only of light. So, to practice the union of wisdom and emptiness, it's a 2-step process. During our inhalation, we silently and mentally recite the 8-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted. Lots, like Vati, seen, yet empty. During our exhalation, we physically relax as best we can, while striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 3 times per breath for a total of 4 breaths. Om Tare Du Da Du Du Re Soha, 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 Om Tare Du Da Du Du Re Soha. Now let us bring our experience of the physical into the path of the wisdom of letting go. As we relax into our exhalation, all the stressful bodies or forms we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable, empty or void as an archetypes, real or imagined, body, deva, or yidam, comprised only of light. The 8-syllable synopsis would be forms, like yidam, felt yet empty. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. As we relax into our exhalation, all the stressful relationships, communication, or speech we had during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable, empty, or void as an archetypes, real or imagined, speech or mantra comprised only of light. Speech, like mantra, heard yet empty. Oh yes, by the way, the moment you have a specific question about the philosophies or techniques that support mindfulness and meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. Speech like mantra, heard yet empty. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. As we relax into our exhalation, all the stressful perceptions, emotions, intentions, cognitions, memories, imaginings, or minds we noticed during our previous inhalation could feel as non-graspable, empty, or void as an archetypes might symbolize by a syllable or bija comprised only of light. Minds, like bija, clear yet empty. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Suwa. And now we're going to shift gears. We're going to practice mindfulness and meditation of clarity and letting go. In preparation for that, we're going to chant the Lama Kieno, teacher, come to this crown. The bronze figure represents us, the meditator. The red figure represents either the teachings or the amalgam of those who have mastered the teachings. Teacher, come to this crown. Teacher, come to this crown. Teacher, come to this crown. As we passively notice air enter our nostrils, let us silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb, watch. As we passively notice air exiting our nostrils, let us silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb, rest. Or perhaps we can look at it from this point of view. As we rest during our exhalation, whatever turmoil or tranquility we watched during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just emotion. Remember, the moment you have a specific question about the philosophies or techniques that support mindfulness and meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window, for I tend to check for questions about once every 13 minutes or so. Let us now shift gears. In preparation for mindfulness and meditation of bliss and letting go, let us recite the Lama Naljor, or chant the Lama Naljor, with the words teacher blend with this mind. Oh, look, there's a question. How nice. So let's see here. An individual, well, let's see, actually, I'm going to share the question with the class. So quick like a bunny. I'm going to tap button 8. Okay. So Little Jack Dog wrote, I overdosed on fentanyl last week, and I achieved enlightenment and realized that in all of existence there is one energy, and I am it. We are all. Okay. That shit was fire, bruh. I was still pissed they gave me Narcan, though. They blew my high. I'm about to go hit a couple plays. Why, thank you. That's very, very kind of you to say. So, but that you bring up an interesting question. So, if assuming you're still there, assuming I'm not waxing eloquent to an empty room, I'm going to tap button 2, and I'm going to scroll down. Oopsie. That's weird. There it is. Okay. What is enlightenment? What if enlightenment was simply mastery of the Eightfold Path? What is mastery? Mastery is getting so good at something that we're able to practice it spontaneously, habitually, easily, and effectively. For instance, as we children, we mastered using the toilet instead of our diapers. We mastered brushing our teeth, tying our shoes, riding a bike, reading, writing, and arithmetic. So that now when we pick up a book, we don't have to sound out the letters. We can just read, no effort. Similarly, it is possible to master the Eightfold Path to that degree. Now, mastering the path does not mean we cease to feel certain emotions or certain sensations. It simply means we get really, really good at coping with them. Not just once, but as a habit. And here's how that works. The 7th and 8th folds are mindfulness and meditation. So here's the cool thing. Simply by setting some time aside, perhaps once every 12 hours or so, to sit and breathe and watch and rest. Not only do we get really good at that, but we set space to spontaneously and effortlessly notice change, what helps us to let go. The more we sit and breathe and watch and rest, the kinder our intention becomes, the kinder our communication becomes, the kinder our conduct becomes, the kinder our commerce becomes. The more we sit and breathe and watch and rest, the more our choices, utterances, and deeds flow. No, not from contrived calculations, not from wild scatterness, but instead from love's deeply centered spontaneity, which is known by many things, such as right effort or effortless effort, or doing without doing, or wu wei, or going with the flow, or being in the zone, or expedient means. Now, if we don't practice mindfulness and meditation, but instead rigidly indulge our controlling tendencies and actively focus and actively analyze, we will so exhaust our amygdala that we will so exhaust our medial and dorsolateral prefrontal cortex that we will trigger our amygdala, the seat of anxiety and aggression. However, when we cooperate with our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems by sitting and breathing and watching and resting, not only do we calm the anxiety and aggression of our amygdala, but we also gently stimulate our anterior cingulate gyrus, the seat of empathy, the root of compassion and love. And so we know we're meditating incorrectly when we get really, really cranky and anxious as a result of that meditation. However, we know we are practicing mindfulness meditation the right way when we're really peaceful and really loving. I hope that makes sense. Let's see, there's a blue arrow. Alrighty. So, having hit that, I'm going to tap button 4. So now, let me check over here real quick. Guest, and here we go. So, as a preparatory practice for mindfulness and meditation of bliss and letting go, let's chant the Lama Naljoor's words of teacher blend with this mind. This bronze represents us, the meditator, and this red figure represents either the amalgam of all the teachings or the amalgam of all those who have mastered the teachings. Let's chant. Teacher blend with this mind. Teacher blend with this mind. Teacher blend with this mind. So it's very simple. As we passively notice our chest swelling with breath, silently and mentally we can recite the verb feel. Similarly, as we passively notice our chest subtly sinking as gently we exhale, we can silently and mentally recite the verb rest. Or we could think of it this way. As we rest during our exhalation, whatever pleasure or pain we felt during our previous inhalation could feel as if it was melting into the simplicity of just sensation. Remember, the moment you have a specific question about the philosophies or techniques that help us to practice mindfulness and meditation, do not hesitate to type your question in great detail in the chat window. For I tend to check for questions about every 13 minutes or so. Let's switch gears and passively contemplate the union of love and letting go, wherein we bring our personal needs and desires into manifesting's path of universal love. Let us begin by bringing the mental into the path of kindness. May each being's experience of the mental now be as joyful as the mind of an octuple Buddha symbolized by a bija syllable. As we breathe in, we can silently and mentally recite the 6-syllable synopsis, Bija, joy for all minds. As we exhale, we can physically relax as best we can while striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 3 times per breath for a total of 4 breaths. Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa, 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 Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa. Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa, 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 Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa. Let us bring our experience of the interpersonal into the path of kindness. May each being's experience of the interpersonal now be as peaceful as the speech of an octuple Buddha symbolized by a mantra. Mantra peace for all speech. Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa, 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 Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa. Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa, 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 Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa. Let us bring our experience of the physical into the path of kindness. Hey, Leon. May each being's experience of the physical now be as healthy as a form of an octuple Buddha symbolized by a yidam. Yidam health for all forms. Om Tare Du Da De Du De Zuwa, 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 Om Tare Du Da De Du re so wa. Om da re do da re do re so wa. Om da re do da re do re so wa. Let us bring our experience of the circumstantial into the path of kindness. May each being's experience of the circumstantial now be as fortunate as the lot of an archetypical Buddha symbolized by a paradise, pure land, or Vati. So the 6-syllable synopsis would be Vati boon for all lots. During our exhalation, let us physically relax as best we can while striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 3 times per breath for a total of 8 breaths. Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Wa. 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 Having sat for the better part of an hour, we might find it refreshing to perform what I like to describe as spiritual squat thrusts. In preparation for that, let us perform 3 recitations. The first is the recitation of bodhicitta. In our compassion may we long to free all beings from the toxic tyranny of dread, desire, and delusion, metaphorically known as the 3 mental poisons. We'll begin now with the first part of refuge, and then conclude with the second part of refuge. In our pragmatism, may our liberation of all others be fueled by the 3 wish-fulfilling jewels of following the Buddha's example, applying his instructions, and cooperating with his students. The 8-syllable synopsis of that which we just chanted is as follows. May we free all through the 3 jewels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the computer around and then swing the TikTok camera around and then knock out a few spiritual squat thrusts. Okay, here we go. All the way up. Woof! Here we go. Okay. Okay. You put my gloves on so I don't face plant, because that would be far too painful, far too jarring. Don't need any more dental projects. Okay. May we free all through the 3 jewels. May we free all through the 3 jewels. May we free all through the 3 jewels. Oof. Okay. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. For Meditate Like a Jedi is made possible thanks to the generosity of viewers just like you. In approximately 11 hours, I would very much like to return to lead tomorrow's dawn practice of Meditate Like a Jedi. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.